Hi, you're watching Brioche Knit Tips. I'm Sandy from Sew I Make Stuff, and in this video I'm going to show you how to sew in ends in brioche stitch. I just finished this brioche swatch, and it's a gauge swatch for a project. So I'm going to have to block it, and I want to weave in my ends before blocking so that they don't pull out or become too short. I want to just have them woven in so that everything looks nice and neat before I start to block. And in brioche, weaving in is a little bit different. It's actually easier to weave in brioche stitch and hide your ends than it is in other knitting. So to do this, I'm going to recommend a crochet hook. The reason that I use a crochet hook is that I don't have to rethread it for every single little end. And sometimes in other forms of knitting, you're sewing enough that it's worth threading. But here, I think you'll see why you don't need to. So in brioche stitch, between every ridge, there's a valley. And in that valley, on either side of the stitch, right between this high point and the low point, is a channel, where on the light color side, there are dark color threads. And on the other side, there are light color threads. That's where you're going to hide your yarn. So I've already done this on this side, right here. I've taken two ends from this corner, and I've hidden, I don't know if you can even see, right in there, where that string's coming out, I hid my dark color. And if I turn it, it's maybe easier to see. Yeah, there it is. My light color is right there. That's going through one of the channels on the front side. You can kind of see it, but not really, right? So I'm going to do that with some of the other strings that are hanging out here. I'm going to start with this corner because it looks easy. I have my string. There are no other strings sewn into this channel, so I'm going to hide it right there. I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to start going under each of these light color yarns. Now on the other side, if I flip this over, on the other side of my hook, I'm getting some dark color yarns. And what I don't want to have happen is any of those dark colors to get picked up on top of my hook. I want to go between the dark and the light, all the way up that channel until I hit my yarn. Then I'm going to just loop it around the hook and pull it through, pull it down. And once I get that hidden, I'm just going to stretch everything out and make sure that, nothing's going to come loose. It looks pretty hidden on the back side. On the front side, you can hardly see it. Now I'm not going to trim it right now because I want to block it and make sure that the thread's long enough that it doesn't have some sort of dangling edge. But that's how you weave in on brioche stitch. I hope you'll join me in my next video where I block this swatch and measure gauge. I will see you there. Bye.